Hey, what's up guys? This is Coach Jason from Level Up Boxing in Lanham, Maryland. The other day I dropped the first part of this video series talking about the lead hook. And what we're doing is basically breaking down how Alex Pereira got a couple different ways that he throws it. The first and probably my favorite is the no wind up hook, where he's literally just going from where he is right there straight to their face. I want to go over a couple of different ways that he throws the hook, how to actually practice them today on your own. Step one, the no wind up hook. Bruce Lee had this thing called the 1-inch punch that he did, and it was less of a punch and more of just a way to generate force in a small space, right? And in fights, that's basically what we're always trying to do. If we're in range to throw a hook, we don't always have enough space or time to wind that punch up before we throw it, right? Going back again to what we talked about, that Bruce Lee 1-inch punch. So I'm basically reverse engineering this strike, right? So the first thing that I do is I start at the end of the punch, making sure I make contact with my two big knuckles, right? A lot of people, have that debate about this way or this way. Both are right. It's just a matter of which one feels comfortable for you. I feel like I can find my knuckles the best this way, okay? The one thing that is non-negotiable in my gym, 1, 2, 3, all need to be on the same line. Step by step, right? First thing that we want to do, again, reverse engineer. Make sure that you're exactly where you want to be as far as hand placement, knuckle placement, all these things are on the same line. 1, 2, 3, fist, elbow, shoulder. Other hand is up protecting. And all I'm going to do in the beginning is start at my fingertips, and I'm really just focusing on using my core to rotate my shoulders, making sure my hips are involved. And I'm just twisting into this shot and practicing making a fist right at the perfect moment and landing with my big knuckles. So step two, start at that distance where I'll actually be in my fight stance, right? Where my guard's at. I'm just making sure still 1, 2, 3, all on the same line. And I'm focusing on pulling this shoulder out. But really focusing on the mechanics of the hook. That's our main goal at this stage, right? So step two, again, we got this part down for step one, right? Step two, now I'm getting a little bit further so I can work on putting a little bit more momentum and power into it, but still keeping everything on the same level and still focusing on squeezing that fist right at the last second, right? The last thing is literally just working on going from where I would actually be, my fight stance, and then pulling this shoulder. Going back to what we talked about, that first step, the main reason and why step one and step two is this, making sure that this is where it needs to be, is so that if I do have a little bit more of a swaggy guard, I like to use the Philly shell when I box, right? Some people hate it, some people love it, but I like to be here where I'm nice and relaxed, and no matter where this punch is coming from, at the last second, it always ends up where I want it to be. 1, 2, 3, all on the same line, this hand up protected. So it might not even look like there's any danger of a hook coming at this point, which is what we like. We can kind of pull them in and bait them in, and then we can shoot that hook. But every time it lands, 1, 2, 3, all on the same level. That's part one of this. We're gonna do a couple different parts on this because I wanna make sure the first hook that we really master is this piece where we're just going straight to the target, right? The other ones where we're able to slip and fire, and that's the time where I'm gonna have that extra space, right? So if I can make my punch a knockout punch from here to here, boom, right? Imagine what it feels like when I slip, right? Imagine what it feels like when I throw a setup punch before I fire that shot. So we should be able to combine both of those into one video because they're really similar from a technical standpoint, but we got to get this one down first. We got to understand the mechanics of the hook and know how to throw it and generate power with as little space as possible, so that when we do have an opportunity to slip and fire one, or we do have an opportunity to throw another punch before we throw this one, it's just gonna be that more powerful. So stay tuned. We'll try to get these videos out as fast as possible. Thank you guys for watching.